Hello everyone and welcome to the top 10 user-created hidden time maps for March. So March was quite a different month compared to January and February in that we had quite a few maps in this month, some of which were pretty good, some of which were really good, and a lot of which were quite alright, quite solid, quite good. Starting off at number 10 we have the Rift Not Taken by Donny Herrera. This map, I do like the idea of a map that is a bit more, let's say, transcendental in nature. The thing is, there's like many different paths to take and stuff is floating around a lot. It seems like stuff has been like thrown together a bit randomly. I think that's the idea of what he was going for, but ultimately, sadly, I feel like in some places that having so much random stuff thrown together, I'm not showing too much on screen right now, but especially in some of the other parts, there's some really weird stuff going on where I'm just like, it's more confusing than it actually helps, but overall a good map. Next up on number 9 we have the Time Rift Zone Act 2. That's not gonna be in Act 3 because all the good zones, they only have 2 acts, you know. By Mr. Lucky Brawls. Pretty much similar deal than Time Rift Zone Act 1. This one just a little bit more polished, a little bit better flow. But yeah, no, that's really good. Play this one. Do this one. If you want to speedrun something, just get the Sonic hat, play this. Nice. And on number 8, next up we have Magma Key by Infected Fury, one of the entrances in the contest that is going on. So Magma Keep is what I would say is a very solid map. It doesn't have anything glaringly bad about it, but in my opinion it also doesn't have anything super amazing about it. It's just very solid. It knows what it wants to do and it does that very well. So yeah, this is like a purple rift where you have like many different areas, and in each area there's like 3 or 4 different, or even 5 different ways you can branch off and go to other ponds, and yeah, that's pretty much about that. Good map. Next up on number 7 we have Pillow Fort Panic by Traveling Merchant. Now I would also say that this is a very solid map like Magma Key, but what makes this map just a little bit better is the fact that, for one, the progression through the different rift tiers, in my opinion, just flows a lot nicer and it feels more interesting. And secondly, I also like the overall theme of this. Is just, in my opinion, pretty interesting to have like a pillow themed Purple Rift. What even is going on here? And also the gameplay is quite solid. Really like that stuff right there. Next up on number 6 we have The Island of Lava by Moonjumper. This stage it's actually a multi-act stage, believe it or not. We get a lot more of those now. Like, multi-act stages are becoming a lot more common, and there's like even other multi-act stages on this list as well. And in this case, what we have is we have like a little island on lava, who would have guessed it, where we have 3 different acts. One is you need to go to some town and then you find some food, and another one is the wedding cake of lava that you've already known, but it's different this time. And another one is the birdhouse. So it's doing some similar stuff to, what is it, Alpine Skyline, but puts a nice twist to it. I really like this one. It was quite fun. Next up we have, by the way, Moonjumper, not quite as good as the other map that you uploaded in March, but I don't think I need to add that one to the list. Next up we have Temple Tangle by Traveling Merchant, which I have to say is an unfinished map and was uploaded just so it doesn't disappear forever. And why not? Why not upload it before you're not gonna work on it ever again? So even though it's an unfinished map, I just really love the way this map looks. It looks so amazing. The gameplay certainly isn't anything special, but yeah, it's an unfinished map. What do you expect? There's no music or stuff, but the bases and everything that is there is already so amazing. Why didn't you finish this one? But it's okay, because in the meantime, Traveling Merchant has been working on some other maps, like the next one on number 4, Recipe Race. And this map, damn, the top 4 maps for March are all absolutely amazing. These are all amazing. Like, these top 4 maps that we're gonna see here, easily one of the best on like the last 4 months or so, like absolutely amazing. So this one, Recipe Race, is another Purple Rift entrance, and what we have here is we have many different locales that we go to, and we have a bit of a story as well, and that we're trying to gather the 3 ingredients for some recipe that we're cooking, or not that we're cooking, but that our cook is cooking. That, you know, the one that we abducted and put on our ship. Ha! Whatever. The ingredients are like an egg, fish, and some meat, quality meat. Overall, I like all the different locales. I like the way everything flows together. I like that there's many different routes to take, then interlink between each other. You can go down one path, take a shortcut to another path, or from the entrance you just go completely the other way, and then you loop around and do some other stuff. Everything really feels very interconnected. It's not, this is a path, this is a path, this is a path. And it's also not, here's a giant playground where everything is just scattered around. It's more like there's many different paths, but they're interconnected between each other. Really like that, really like that. Amazing. But next up we have Sands and Skies by Heavy, which is another multi-act level, which plays in about I would say two different locales, like main locales. One is the Sapphire Town, I think it's called, and the other one is the Emerald Towers, I think they're called. I don't know what they're called really, but there's so much work and love that went into this map. The music is nice. There's many different varied gameplay elements. I have to say, overall though, I would have had a little bit more extra sauce on the gameplay. Like, there are some places, for example, there's like Purple Rift in there, which is quite boring in my opinion. But there's so much to this map, and most of it is quite impressive actually, in how it was presented at least. So this one takes a number 3, but I can see that maybe if I were to think about all the maps again, maybe Sands and Skies wouldn't be quite as high. Maybe I would put it a bit lower. Maybe other people put it a bit lower. I can understand that, because like I said, in some places the gameplay just doesn't quite match up. There's this like Nightmare Tower section, which is way too long and has way too much different stuff in it. Just like that section would have been way better if it was condensed down, but each individual section was more interesting. If you played the map, you know what I mean. It goes on for way too long, and all the different sections are quite simple. Whatever. But I put it here. But more importantly, the next 2 maps are completely a step above everything else. Number 2, we have Ascension by Sheriff Boyardee. Oh my god, what a map. All these different, so many different areas. So many different locales, so many different styles, not just visually, but gameplay-wise. They all have their different quirks. All of them are this amazing playground where you can go all over the place. All these different paths that are also interlinked, like Recipe Race earlier. Go around, just jump, just non-stop gameplay, non-stop enjoyment, non-stop fun. And it's so varied between all the different levels. Oh my god, amazing. What an amazing map. But I put one map higher than this one. I did put one map higher than this one. Maybe other people wouldn't do this, but for me, this map is just... It's chapter 5.5 After Story by Daniel C&R. Okay, so we have many different acts. We have a story. Now the story is a bit weird, very weird. I don't mind it. I'd rather have a story that tries to do something crazy than just a story that's not trying anything at all and just disappears in the background. I think I like the idea behind everything. I like the gameplay. I like all the different special touches that went into everything. I'm only going to show you like a bit of Act 1 and a bit of Act 2 in the stuff over there, but there's so much going on in here, so many different locales, so much variety. Oh my god, how are all these maps so good? I can't even rank them correctly, but damn, what a month it has been. Hopefully it'll continue like this. We're gonna get a few more maps probably for the Purple Rift tournament. Not tournament. They're not trying to defeat each other, contest or whatever. So yeah, I think that was it for March so far. I don't even know what else to say about all these maps other than This is really good. Stuff just works together. That's the thing. When stuff just works together, like glues together, I don't have that much to say. It's only that I only have a lot to say when stuff doesn't work, and I can go on epic rants on what's wrong with the world, but it's just very solid, and stuff just everything just glues together so well. Good job, guys. Good job, everyone on this list. And I hope to see you guys again next time.